Alright guys, it's that time where we bring to you insightful discussions of trending issues affecting us as a people here in Africa and globally. My name is Kelvin FNK and this is The Opinion.
And I am Makafui. It is Friday again and you know how we do it right here on The Opinion. We give our opinions on certain issues, especially the ones that contribute to the development of our generation.
Absolutely. Now today we're talking about a serious trending stories actually.
Yeah.
And for the past couple of years now, there's been this tons of reports on how politicians are not held accountable for their positions, which means they receive more than they do. I mean,
exactly.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
So today on The Opinion, we're comparing stuff here. We're looking at politicians' earnings, their salary, their annual earnings, and their assets, if it matches, and if that actually correlates to the kind of activities they are supposed to be doing for the people and the services to the nation. Once again, this is coming to you from our studios here in Accra, Ghana. Follow us on our various social media handles, and let's get interactive.
So let's go for a quick turn. When we come back, we get into the conversation of the day.
Hello, I'm Daddy Humble. Are you wondering why I and my friends are always happy anytime we hang out? Are you also wondering how I cope with my work no matter how hectic it is? I know you'll be wondering why my woman is always happy anytime she sees me around. I have no other secrets than small body, big engine bitters.
Original alcohol drink
Made of herbal extras and caffeine flavor.
product of Jubi Zion Industry Nigeria Limited.
Not to sell to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Okay, so you're welcome back. If you just logged on, you logged on right on time. We are just about to kickstart. This is The Opinion, and we're coming to you from our studios here in Accra, Ghana. This is VNTV. Now, before we went for that short commercial break, we made mention of the fact that today we are discussing politicians.
Yes.
It's a no guest edition, right?
No guest show.
Just the two of us.
Yes.
So we're discussing it. First and foremost, Skafui, I want to have a fair idea. I know Ghana does not use the federal system of democracy.
Yes.
You use the one you have the MP and all that. You don't have the senators like we do.
No.
You do have House of Reps and all that. But I want to know, for the past couple of years now, do you have a rough figure of the earnings this member of parliament earns, like their salary? Do you have a fair idea about that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, annually, when we want to calculate everything, not like everything together, but when we want to calculate, the MPs earn like over 20 million Ghana cedis.
Over 20 million Ghana cedis.
Yes.
That is what just one MP earn.
Yes.
For sitting down there and signing papers.
Yes.
And
How much is 20 million Ghana cedis in
that should be
Naira?
Well, that's a lot of money.
A lot of money,
I
huh?
can't give the calculation right now.
Okay.
But that is quite...
Don't kill yourself.
I cannot kill myself. So let's talk a bit about... I want to narrow it down to your constituency. What constituency are you from?
Fantiakwa constituency.
For what?
Fantiakwa.
For Fantiakwa.
Yes.
Is there a meaning to that?
No.
There's
It's Eastern region, as in
Eastern region, Koforidua, that's their capital, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you are from Fantiakwa, right?
Yeah, Fantiakwa
What's the name of the MP in that constituency?
Honorable Kofi Agyekun.
Honorable Kofi Agyekun. And how long
AKA Arafat.
AKA then?
Arafat.
You are giving him my high five. So how long has he been?
That's like the nickname. Oh, that man has been there for more than 12 years.
More than 12 years.
Yeah, he has been voted into power for more than
12 years.
Yes.
And so let's say for 12 years, let's just do this raw mathematics. For 12 years, he's been receiving over 20,000 Ghana cedis. Over 20 Ghana for 12 years.
Yes.
How is the development like in that city?
Well, that place is the road is good actually.
The road is good.
Yes, and they have markets, but I don't. My problem is if it wasn't developing, they wouldn't have voted for him. They wouldn't have keep voting for him. Or probably I would say he's a member of the National Patriotic Party. That is the NPP. Okay, so the new Patriotic Party, yes.
The ruling party.
Yes, the ruling party.
Yeah.
So I don't know if those people in the constituency are not really a fan of the National Democratic Congress and the other yes, I don't know, but this man has been voted into power for more than 3 consecutive times.
That means he might be doing something good.
Yes,
he might. But you see, that's not the case for every other politician. Let's now compare let's compare their earnings and fine. You said your your MP is doing quite well. Now let's
Yeah,
look at
he is.
notable politicians in Ghana, or notable MPs, and what they do. For example, let's put Kennedy Agyapong in the spotlight right now. We know Kennedy Agyapong has been an MP
Controversy.
is a controversial
Yes.
person. Yes, Kennedy Agyapong is a controversial person, and he's been in power for quite some time now, and he has a lot of businesses. Now my question is, do you think that these businesses he has a TV station, he has a water company,
radio station,
he has estates, he has a lot of, do you think these monies are all coming from politics?
Of course. Where else would that money come from?
Are you sure?
Of course. Don't you think so?
I don't think so. It's an opinion. I have a different thought about that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think all those money, you know, when you're into something, let's say I'm into politics, okay, and I'm earning roughly like 20,000 every month or every year, let's say, and I want to invest into other businesses. What money would I use? Is it not the one I'm getting from politics? Exactly. So that's the one I'm going to use.
So my point is,
invest.
That's when you use to invest. But this is my point. I feel that aside their earnings, which is a lot, they still do other backdoor things to give them more money.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere, right? She said it's everywhere.
But what my point is, trying to compare the politicians, their salaries and their assets. Okay, if I get this money and I say I want to buy this property, it's a huge money. So even if they have this property, be like, oh yeah, they're getting the money from politics. But it's not like that.
Maybe the reason you're seeing it from that perspective is because that money for people within our standard, people who are, let me say, middle class or low class, that is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But these politicians, that money is small. Because of what they do, they travel a lot.
Do you
Their
know?
families, these politicians, especially the men with the big stomach, they got like 6 girlfriends. Yes, politicians, that's a fact.
Yes,
so
it's
they spend
true.
a lot. So if we might be saying that 20,000 monthly is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but
to them, it's small. So you see, which means they are doing a lot more other things.
Do you know?
That is where corruption comes in.
Do you know the amount of money the certain president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, do you know how much he earns daily?
How much is it?
Not monthly, not weekly, daily. He earns over 1,000 Ghana cedis per day.
Over 1,000 Ghana cedis per day. Okay, that's still a lot of money, but later on we'll give them comparison because you see other African presidents who are earning way more, and you can imagine the standard of living. We have that later on in today's conversation.
Yeah,
now let's look at the political figures in Ghana that has been made super influential by you guys. I will use you guys, Ghanaians, but I think I'm partially there because I'm paying tax here in Ghana. By the taxpayers' money, how they've made themselves super rich. For example, let's start with your former president, John Agyekum Kufuor.
Yes.
He has a lot of assets. When you come to Accra here, let me just use one.
Yeah.
The major busy place and most popular center in Ghana is owned by his daughter, which is the Accra Mall. That is what is being reported, right?
Indirectly owned by his daughter.
Indirectly owned by his daughter, which is indirectly owned by the family.
Yes.
So he's just sitting under the John Agyekum Kufuor family.
Yeah.
Right? Now this man came into power and he was there for like 8 years, right?
Yeah,
and he had this, he had a full tenure. And after that, he's become one of the most influential politicians in Ghana. So do you think that Ghanaians and the taxpayers are making these people more richer than they are supposed to be?
With this question, you know the answer already, right? Don't you? You already know the answer because automatically it is when I buy pure water, 20 pesos. Yeah. And the tax is taking like 10 pesos or 5 pesos, automatically it goes to the government. So definitely it is our money they use to pay. So you can just imagine.
And that is going into the government.
That is going into the government's
And there are tons of completed constructions all around the nation. Bad roads, lots of stuff
last week I was affected by the flood.
Can you imagine?
And it's this thing is happening and you guys come into power promising a whole lot of things, and at the end of the day we don't see nothing. When you guys have a lot of money, like,
do you know what I think? Do you know what I think?
I
think it's high time that we as a people get to realize. I think that we need to study. A lot of people are being ignorant about a lot of stuff. We need to know that the positions we've placed these politicians in our minds and in our activities is way too much. Can you believe that, and in as much as we're coming to Nigeria later on, can you believe that MPs in the United Kingdom, the UK who colonized Nigeria, they receive lesser than what our House of Representatives receive?
Yes.
That is not supposed to be so.
Yes.
And that is
it doesn't make no sense.
A nation that is not fully developed, it's still growing. in as much as we're fast growing.
Yeah.
We'll talk Nigeria later on. But before we wrap up
with
Ghana, let's move into Nigeria. What do you think about these politicians, especially those who might have had, let's focus on the MPs, those who might have had a first turn and take a second turn, keep going on over and over again. Keep applying. For example, the member of parliament in your constituency.
Yeah.
What would you be okay for him to run for like 5 times if he comes?
Oh yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Do you know why I don't have a problem with that?
Why
Because at the end of the day, they don't add any value to my life.
Okay. So this is the opinion, right?
My opinion, they don't add any value to my life.
I beg to differ. Do you know I beg to differ? Because these politicians, I think, if they can serve for 4 years and are very effective, we will see the progress. They don't need to be there for 10 years for us to see that they are doing well.
Exactly.
The reason I'm saying I beg to differ is because they also don't give the young people the privilege to come in.
Yes.
You see,
yes.
there are a lot of people. I mean, in the next couple of months now, Ghana will be going into a general election, right?
Yes.
And there are a lot of young people who are vying for various political positions. Trust me, at the end of this election, you will still see the same old face. The new faces, those with the young blood who can actually do great stuff, like Emmanuel Cameron of France. You will not get them here in Ghana.
No.
So
do you know the former president John Dramani Mahama is still campaigning for president?
He made mention, you know, interestingly, when he left power, he said, you know, coming back again is not something that is in his mind. I knew he was definitely going to come back.
So why is he rushing? You see these people, definitely, he's rushing into to come to power again because of the money he was earning there.
Yeah,
you think because when he was off the seat, he said he wasn't going to come back again.
That's what he
and
said.
now he is the one seen fighting for the seat.
Yeah.
So what do you think he's fighting for?
First and foremost, when you ask them, because I do go to these press conferences, and when people ask them, we journalists, when we ask them, you want to remind them of their previous statement. They will always tell you that, you know, my party actually wanted me to come. At the end of the day, bros, now you want to sit down for that.
It's like Chatawala and VGMA.
So you see, I feel, on a more serious note, I feel that in Africa, when you look at, let's say Ghana, when you look at what these politicians are earning, is way too much. They are not living up to expectation, and they are not giving the young people the privilege to come and sit. And I think it's something we as a people should learn from.
Yeah, I have a list of the
earnings for
the members of parliament. Okay, so the vice president earns over 20,000. It's not exactly 20,000. It's over. Over 20,000. It's more than 20,000. Yeah, that's why I'm adding the over. The chief justice earns 17,000 Ghana cedis.
Wait, is that for a month or annual?
For a month.
For a month. Okay.
And the speaker of parliament earns over 17,000 Ghana cedis.
For speaking.
The cabinet minister. I don't understand because they go to the parliament. Have you been to the parliament house where they are talking about a certain issue?
No,
before?
I've not done that.
We went to the parliament house, and someone will sit in the parliament house with his legs crossed on the table. Someone will be pressing for while someone is giving a speech. Okay, trying to contribute to the development of our generation. Someone will cross his leg on the seats. Someone will be making a call. Someone will be browsing. I mean, they'll do a lot of things. And when they say something, you hear, yeah.
With the taxpayers' money, in as much as it sounds funny, I mean, this is very, very serious.
It is, right?
Very, very serious.
It is.
So what is the other officers receiving?
The other officers, the cabinet minister, who is a non-MP, okay, he's receiving over 6,000 Ghana cedis.
A month.
The minister of state,
okay, that's
fine. Who is an MP, is receiving over 5,000 Ghana cedis.
A month.
It's just 6,000, 7,000, 5,600, 7,500. What are they doing with all of this money?
Well,
can you imagine? And funny enough. Funny enough, you don't in a year. Okay, they are supposed to be paid over 20 million Ghana cedis. Yes. So
each person.
The president came on this year. So after 4 years, they are all of them. Okay, they are supposed to be paid 80 million Ghana cedis.
They are increasing it rather.
80 in 4 years. This is in 1 year, which is 20 million. So in 4 years, they are supposed to get over 80 million Ghana cedis.
A lot of money for them to spend a lot.
Of money. You know what? I think someone was telling me that when the youth get angry, they would decide not to vote for anybody. Okay, when there's election, they can all decide not to vote for anybody. But I don't think this is really going to solve the issue, because at the end of the day, they are still looting our money.
Yeah.
To get the properties. I don't know a member of parliament or a politician whose child is schooling in Ghana.
They're all schooling. They're all schooling
abroad.
Messing up over their interest in it. They're just shopping. They are wasting their parents' money. In turn, wasting with the taxpayers' money, because it's our money they used to send them to the school they are going.
I just wish I won't buy anything again.
Okay, but you're in Ghana. You still have to pay tax.
I know, right?
Okay, guys. So you can join the conversation on our various social media handle: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and let's know your thoughts about this particular issue. We'll go for a short commercial, because when we come back, we're talking Nigeria. Yeah. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Daddy Humble. Are you wondering why I and my friends are always happy anytime we hang out? Are you also wondering how I cope with my work no matter how hectic it is? I know you'll be wondering why my woman is always happy anytime she sees me around. I have no other secrets than small body, big engine bitters.
Original alcohol drink
made of herbal extras and caffeine flavor.
Product of Jubi Zion Industry Nigeria Limited.
Not to sell to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Welcome back from that quick turn. If you just joined us, you have missed a little bit, but don't worry. You can log on to our YouTube channel at BNation TV for a repost of this exciting and educative program. Now, before we went for the quick break, we were discussing about the Ghanaian politicians, their properties and their salaries. Is it anything compared to what they are taking or anything? So right now, we are moving straight into Nigeria. So Kelvin, it is your turn. So you'd have to tell me if you think the salaries the politicians are earning is anything compared to their assets.
No, Kafu, I don't even need to tell you. Like you said earlier when we were talking about Ghana, you know the answer.
I know the answer.
It is nowhere compared.
But I would want you to.
It is nowhere compared, because let's face the facts here. Let's not even go higher a bit. Let's just stick to the senatorial level, where a senator every month receives over 30 million naira as a salary every month.
What?
Over 30 million naira. Now, these guys receive this huge amount of money for doing virtually nothing.
Every month?
Every month.
Receives over
30 million naira.
Naira.
You've not even included their remuneration, or what they call it, their allowances, or what they call it. I think
there's allowance again?
Of course, there are allowances. That is just by the way. So I think let's face the fact here. The politicians we have in Nigeria, of course, in as much as similar to Ghana, their earnings and their assets does not really match. Fine, they receive a lot of money. They receive a lot of money, but when you hear what these politicians are involved in, you ask yourself, are you sure it's the political money that is bringing them? Let's look at.
Do you know some of the politicians and their assets?
Let's look at Dino. Dino, for example, who is no longer in power, who was actually running for governorship in his state, but he was dropped. He is fond of always flaunting himself on social media. Now, Dino's
the man for the youth.
Dino's net worth is over $10 million. That is his net worth.
What? Over
$10 million. You get the drill. So you want to tell me that he just by sitting down in that senatorial seat when he was a senator,
papers,
that is when he ended up? No. Look at somebody like Governor Wike, one of the top richest governors in Nigeria.
Okay.
Look at that man and his assets. You get to know that these people are not making money from just their assets, what they do, like their investment, their properties, and their salary or their monthly earnings does not correlate. Because mind you, they are governors, they have responsibilities. As I was saying earlier on, if somebody is receiving 1,000 and to you that 1,000 looks big, on their status, on their level, it is not.
That's a day. Someone's 3 months salary.
That's someone's 3 months salary.
Someone earns it in a day.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? So what we're saying here is the politicians we have in Nigeria, they are not doing what they are supposed to be doing, but they are receiving a lot of money.
Okay, you know.
And the worst part, you wanted to say something.
You know, I was talking about how the president earns this amount of money and doesn't do anything. So if he wants to do something, If he wants to build anything, a company or anything, he can.
Kafui, the money.
I'm not saying they are not stealing.
Kafui, the money, of course, they are all stealing.
Yeah.
From the come on.
From Kinkring to Krankrai.
From Kinkring to Krankrai, we don't have to mention them. They are all stealing.
No.
Kafui, you cannot compare the ones received in Ghana to the ones received in Nigeria. No, it is way higher.
That's incomparable.
If you want to compare the figures right now, 30 million converted in cedis monthly, you see is way more than what the MPs take.
Yeah.
Now, one annoying fact here is the fact that our senators receive way more than British MPs.
Why is that
for a country
to be...
that is now growing? For a country that is...
Which is not developed.
You know, by now, Nigeria, we are supposed to be one of the biggest countries, financially, economically, development-wise in Africa. But we don't have that. I
learned Nigeria is a very rich country.
We are super rich. Let's face the fact is Nigeria is a rich country that is controlled by stupid politicians. Stupid, greedy, and selfish, and uneducated politicians.
I think you should take a sip.
Let me take a sip. Take
a sip on that,
but
because your heart is, it looks like, yeah.
On the real, I feel that you cannot spend all your money on education and still live like an illiterate. 90% of the politicians we have in Nigeria are acting or carry out their political duties like an illiterate, even worse than an illiterate.
How?
Because if you are not worse than an illiterate in Nigeria as a politician, you should know that the people's need comes first. Yes. Somebody who is an illiterate knows that I have a kid to take care of. So my desire, my main aim is to make sure I meet the needs of all these people around me so they can live all right. But a politician who claims to have gone to UK, you London, you law America, schools. You wherever they've gone to law school to learn corruption, professional corruption. Those politicians who have gone to school, when you see them, they say, I'm barrister, you are a professional corrupt leader.
Thief.
Which means you've gone to school to study the act of professionalizing corruption. That is what we have in Nigeria.
It is so crazy how they make the whole world know they are stealing.
Of course, yes, they make the whole world know.
They make the whole world know they are stealing.
You see, one thing too about the fact that these politicians are not giving young people the privilege is the fact that we, the young people, are also making them feel too special.
Yeah.
We are even making them feel special where they are not special.
Wait, not of late. Of late, it's like they are beating them all.
My dear.
They are beating them all. Or they are still making them...
Forget that beating, that not show off. They are still doing the things they do behind doors, even beyond that. For example, the reason I made mention of this, let's look at Onanife Ibori, the former governor of Delta State, Nigeria, my state, where I'm from, Warri. Now, this guy was arrested and imprisoned in Europe, not Nigeria. This man was found guilty of money laundering in prison in Europe. Now, what happened was, after he was accused of corruption and money laundering, they went to his apartment, they went to his house, and in Ghana, you call it the man, or we call it in Nigeria, sockaway.
Underground.
Or whatever, when a sockaway, simple explanation of sockaway. They went to find out a sockaway in his house that is filled with money. You know, when you open sockaway, what are you supposed to see? Physics and excrete and all that. Yes. But inside the body house, now millions, they see millions and millions of Nigeria.
No, wait. If I'm to get you right, the manhole, like the long
manhole. Now money full.
I don't know how to describe it.
If let me give you an illustration.
Was filled with money.
Money.
Full of money.
Full of money.
Nigerian money.
Yes. Let's not even go to the old Nigeria. Let's look at Delta State. Deltans. Our money is what Ibori stuffed there. Now, the most annoying part is the fact that after this man came back from jail not too long, he was celebrated like a king. What is wrong with we as a people?
Wait, hold on. He was celebrated as a king.
As a king, they gave him a welcome party. People were jubilating. Oh, Onanife Ibori is out. They are celebrating his freedom.
As far as I know, when someone is found guilty of something, and the person comes back, the person is not treated like how the person can even be dethroned.
Not in Africa.
Or taken off.
Not in Africa.
In Africa, I mean, we'll do it in Ghana here.
But what happened was the fact that after Ibori was found guilty of all the millions and millions and millions of looting from Delta State.
In a manhole.
That is just part of the section of his criminal activities. He was celebrated.
Okay.
He was given a welcome party like a king. Okay. The man is still living comfortably in Delta State and doing a lot of stuff.
And is your state developing?
Delta State, what kind of development? We that have oil, we are like the heart of oil in Nigeria, but we are living like people who are literally begging
You know,
for governors, for leadership support.
You know, Nigerians should be. I know Nigeria is a red country because when it comes to diesel, okay, one of my friends was telling me that when you buy diesel, 100 cedis in Nigeria, you can't use it. No, it's like too much.
Yes,
okay, so if you export this to other countries,
which we do.
Yes, you do export to other countries.
We don't see, yeah, we do export to other countries. We don't
even in Ghana here, you do, right?
We supply Ghana gas.
And it's very expensive here, so I don't see the reason why, oh God.
We don't see the impact in the
These politicians,
now, another thing is, a lot of people will be saying that, okay, we have notable Nigerians who are doing so well, notable Nigerians who are representing Nigerians super well.
I see.
But mind you, yeah, I will mention, but mind you, these people have an ulterior motive. How do you say that word? They have a different motive behind their good face in the public.
Yeah.
For example, let's talk a bit about Dangote. Now, Dangote, when the president of Nigeria was announced winner, the most recent election before it's getting to an end, when Buhari was announced the winner, Dangote announced he made over 500 million that year. How did you make that amount of money? Of course, we know he has other businesses, but this is a person who supports politics underground. Dangote is one of those supporting politics underground. So that is why Dangote, Dangote will come on an interview and tell you he doesn't need to hold a political position before he can help Nigeria. He doesn't need to be a political person before he can. He is way more than a politician. Underground. You get a drill?
Okay, yeah. So,
so the point is, these politicians are earning a lot of money, a lot of millions, a lot of billions of naira, but they're not putting it to work.
Now that is a lot and a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they are doing with all of this money. They are trying to promote themselves when they should develop the country. So, Kelvin, enough of this, because if I let you keep talking, I think you're going to get a heart attack, which I can't handle here.
I refuse to get attacked under Nigeria's government.
Which I can't handle here.
Politicians? Not at all.
It doesn't have to happen. So what do you think as the youth? Because this thing is really, we are really taking it upon us. Yeah. Okay, as the youth. So what do you think the Nigerian youth can do to stop this? Which I don't know if this is really going to stop. Okay, I don't know how it's going to stop. But so do you think there's a solution?
Of course, there's a solution. We are the solution. Okay. We are the solution. First and foremost, I believe and I know that Nigeria will pick up. Nigeria will definitely move, not just Nigeria, Ghana. Africa as a continent will come out strong, even stronger than the Western world in years to come. But this is what we need to do as a people. I think first and foremost, we need to educate ourselves. Let's stop the hypocrisy. Let's stop the ignorance of saying, let them do what they want. There's a saying that when you keep saying to yourself, what will be, will be. What will be will eventually happen to you, and when it happens to you, you won't like it. So instead of you to say, let them do what they want to do, you have to make a conscious, see, the word is a conscious effort in whatever field you find yourself.
Yeah.
If you are in the financial sector, if you are in the health sector, if you are in the media sector like us, contribute your quota. These politicians who are illiterate professional leaders should be held accountable. Let your voice be heard. We are not saying go and carry gun and start fighting. Because when you carry gun, they go shoot you. There is a law. Yeah. You get a drill. So let's come out as young people. We want positions. Before you can come out and go for a political position as a young person, study the sector you want to go under. Study the people that are there before you, how they manage, what they have done, their flaws, so you know how to speak to. One thing about individuals is the fact that we listen. And when we listen, there are words that comes to us and get into our spirits, get into our personality. Yeah. So if you are telling us lies, we will know.
We will know, yeah.
We will know.
Definitely.
We will know.
But there's a problem here, Kelvin.
What's the problem?
It is so hard to get someone who is actually willing to promote our countries.
Okay.
Okay, because a young person can come into the politics.
Yeah.
A young person can come into politics, be doing all of that. But when the person is introduced to a lot of money, the person might change his or her mind.
Then the question is, the question you ask yourself is, I think I hear that a lot. A lot of people say that. Even, I mean, that goes into general life. When somebody says, oh, you are always loyal when you don't have money, and when you have money, you tend to be arrogant and all that. Now, this is what I ask you. Are you sure you have a standard and a principle before you get there?
That's the question.
Because if you have a standard and a principle, it does not matter if 999 people around you are doing the different thing and you are that one person that is doing the other. Make the difference. A lot of people have gotten political positions, and at the end of the day, when they get into politics and they are being mixed into the godfather and the godson and the gurus who were there before them, they started playing the same. So you are not there for a change.
You're not there for a
there
change.
to continue from where they stop.
Yeah, probably someone might bring the. I mean, devote. Is it devotion?
Yeah.
Yes, devote himself to give or to put the country in a better, or to make the country a better place. Okay, and at the end of the day, the person gets introduced to money.
Yeah.
And automatically the person changes his mind.
It's just like
because Kelvin, if someone, a young person like you're saying, goes into politics, blah blah blah, and they give him this amount, like a money full of this.
Yeah.
Okay, and the person be like, oh, I can't look at this money and help Nigeria develop it. Yeah, you're tempted. So
that is why I was talking about you and your principle.
Yeah.
If you were a thief from the very beginning, and at a certain point you pretend not to be a thief, forget it.
What if you're not a thief?
That thiefism will come out from you. You get?
Yeah.
So I have a little document right now, which I'm pretty sure that my producer is putting on the screen right now.
Yes.
And that is a revenue mobilization allocation and fiscal commission remuneration packages for political and public and judicial. You see the figures right there. Look at the huge amount of money. A month, some of them are receiving over a year. They receive over 9 million for just these are for allowances, not their basic salary.
No, wait.
Allowances.
Just allowances?
Just allowances.
Okay.
You see the pictures right there. And one thing too we need to know as a people is the fact that if we don't hold these politicians accountable, they will come, do what they want to do, and go, and nothing will change.
And nothing will change.
Nothing will change. We have
to make Africa a better place.
Yes. Kafu, we have some document of top presidents and their monthly earnings, right?
Yes, African presidents.
So I'm going to start with, let me go to the file. Now, don't forget that this is the opinion. We're still coming to you from our studios here in Accra, Ghana. You can get interactive with us on our various social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Okay, so let me just take you through some of the figures received by top presidents in Africa. And what I want you to take note here is the president, the country, and his earning. Interesting. So first on my list here, I have Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana, and now his annual income is 349,000 Ghana cedis. That is his annual income.
That's million.
Yeah. Now he's there because the figures I'm giving you here are in cedis, so it's pretty much quite exchangeable. Now his daily income is over 1,000 Ghana cedis, as Kafu mentioned. Now after him, let's talk about Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa. Now his earnings is Jesus, that's a lot of money. He's earning over 1 million Ghana cedis. Yes, over 1 million Ghana cedis. Look at the huge difference from Ghana's own. And his daily earnings is over 5,000 Ghana cedis. That is his daily earnings. Well, South Africa is quite developed.
Is it that necessary?
It's quite developed, but it's too much of a money for one person. And look at the rates of xenophobic attack, the people, the citizens. Your citizens are complaining and dying, and you are receiving this amount of money. Now, away from him, let's look at Mokgweetsi Nasisi of Botswana. Now, his daily income is over 1,000 Ghana cedis, pretty much okay, similar to that of Nana Akufo-Addo. Now, let's look at Edgar Lungu of Zambia. His daily income is 981 Ghana cedis. That's quite okay. Zimbabwe, a growing nation. Now, Paul Biya of Cameroon is receiving 12,000 Cameroon. His daily earning is over 12,000 Ghana cedis. Cameroon, the Cameroon we all know. That is what the president is receiving daily. Look at the nation, Cameroon, the president. Interesting.
So crazy.
Now, away from him, let's look at Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya, who receive over 7,000 Ghana cedis daily. Now, aside from Uhuru Kenyatta, let's look at Abdul Fattah al-Sisi of Egypt. Now, his daily income is over 1,000 Ghana cedis. Now, mind you, Egypt is one of the nations in Africa that is contributing greatly to the world economy, and I think Egypt should be celebrated for that. Now, let's look at Patrice Talon of Benin. His daily income is 617 Ghana cedis. Okay,
This is,
That's
I mean,
quite,
they're supposed to be earning like
yeah,
500,
yeah.
you know.
Togo to Benin, I mean to say, is quite a grey nation as much as
Yeah.
they are quite small. Interesting. Now look at Philippe Nyusi of Mozambique. Now this man's daily earning is just exactly 1,000 Ghana cedis. Away from him, Macky Sall of Senegal. His daily income is 329 Ghana cedis. Okay, and look at Senegal. Senegal is quite a developing country, right? Yeah, I think Senegal is where Akon is from.
I mean,
Yeah,
yes.
Akon is from
Yes.
Akon is from Senegal,
Yeah,
right?
he is.
Yes, Akon is from Senegal.
from
Yes, so
Senegal.
he's receiving 329 Ghana cedis daily.
It's so perfect.
It's so
like,
perfect.
It makes a lot of sense.
A lot of sense. Let's look at Paul Kagame of Rwanda. Now he's also taking over 1,000 Ghana cedis, quite okay. And John Magufuli of Tanzania is taking 1,000 Ghana cedis plus. And Yoweri Museveni of Uganda is taking 20 Ghana cedis daily. Are they supposed serious? His annual income is 5,329 Ghana cedis. That's quite okay.
You think they're not serious?
That's okay. I mean, that's 20 Ghana cedis. Okay. Give that to Nana Akufo-Addo or the president of Nigeria. Jesus is Lord.
You are dead.
The president of Algeria, which is Abdelkader
Yeah.
Bane Salah, receives no income here. No income is stated here.
I think they couldn't.
They couldn't give him. Maybe the
get-
figures was too small.
They couldn't. It wasn't too small. Maybe it
So-
was too big.
So
It
let
wouldn't have-
me fast forward straight to President Muhammadu Buhari of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's receiving over 1,000 Ghana cedis daily, similar to that of Nana Akufo-Addo. But that's still a lot of money.
It
It's
is.
still a lot of money.
Someone's
And
3 months salary.
Ethiopia, who is led by a female, Saleh Work Zwende, is taking 938 Ghana cedis, and
Quite okay.
yes. So I think
that's all we have.
that is cool. And Congo Felix Tshisekedi of Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, is taking 2,300 plus. Can you imagine? Congo
Per day.
per day. Congo, the Congo we all know. Which of the Congo? The people that sings with the West song, right?
When you're serious.
When they sing with the West song. But at the end of the day, these are what these presidents receive, and it's quite heartbreaking how these politicians receive huge amount of money and still in back doors use corrupt means to enrich themselves, but they don't deliver. I think that's a lot. That is pretty much. We just have to let them be. We just have to let them be.
Let them be.
No, not let them be.
I think I should start going into politics.
To do what? To do what precisely?
Not to steal, to earn that salary.
And do what with it?
And do what with it? If I'm home,
I found my. You're not consign me. I know you're not consign.
It don't concern you. I mean, I have to.
But see, as I made mention earlier, let's learn.
Wouldn't you want to be a politician?
Before we go, let's learn as a people to always let our voice be heard.
Yeah.
You might say it once, they won't listen. Say it twice. The more persistence and the more consistent you are with your opinion about issues, they will hear you.
They will.
They might not hear what we are talking about now, but one day they will hear it, and when they hear it, it will get into their spirit properly. Wakafu, do you have a final words to say?
Well, it is an advice to the politicians, okay? Let us know what you guys are doing. Let us know that you're helping the country. You're trying to help us, okay? Because you get this amount of money per year. The amount of money some of the presidents earn a day is a lot of money.
It's somebody's salary a year in Ghana.
It's a lot of money. I mean, like, so if you guys, and if you don't want us to think that you are stealing from us, then do something that will help to develop the country, because there are so many uncompleted schools, bad roads,
poor electricity,
flood, okay, uncovered gutters.
I know why you are hitting on the flood.
Uncovered gutters. And you know, right? Uncovered gutters and all of that. It is affecting us, okay? So you guys should just try and help us know that you are helping us, not to just be there buying big cars and.
Do you want to know?
around.
Just imagine this. Imagine this. If a nation whose leadership is bent on the people's progress, imagine a nation like Nigeria, our country. President Muhammadu come out and say, you know what? Henceforth, all public servants' salary will be slashed into 2, and they will be paying them half for just a year. Do you know the billions of naira that they will save and the lives that will be progressed? At the end of the day, they just want to enrich themselves. We have little to say, but let's see how that works for them. Don't forget that you can get interactive with us on our various social media handles and follow us on our YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for you to get a repost of all the exciting programs. I mean, it's been no guest edition. It was fun, right?
It's been fun.
We had time to share our thoughts.
We had time to share our thoughts. We did.
Yes. Okay, once again, my name is Kelvin Afinke.
And I am Makafui. If you love my beautiful outfits, it is by SH Couture by Shine. You can check her out on Instagram. And on Facebook, it is at SH Couture. And you can also contact her on the number on your screens. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for choosing to watch VNTV.
See you next week.